Hey, you're checking out the Booger Eating Moron channel, the YouTube presence of Tom around the world. And we are here in Richmond, Virginia for the barbecue and the memorial for Dave Brockie. We're at a Chinese restaurant right next to the Broadberry, and we are sitting here with Colette Miller, formerly Amazina of Gwar. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Just wonderful. Thank you for taking the time to talk
you.
with us tonight. Now, first of all, let me ask, what have you been doing since you've been out of Gwar?
I've been traveling a lot. I was living in a lot of different places. I'm pursuing my art. I do these wings around the world that I paint as street art, and people interact with them. And I've been doing that a lot. And I just yesterday did Crystal City. So I was right outside Richmond. So I was fortunate to make the memorial.
Is there a website people can go to check that out?
Yeah, it's ColetteMiller.com.
Okay.
Colette has one L. And the wings, there's a category called wings, and then you can also look at all the Instagram photos that people put up all over, taking photos with them.
Cool. And now I'd like to ask you, I mean, it's a sad thing, Oderus has passed away, Dave Brockie is gone. Would you like to share like one of your favorite stories or memories of Dave with us?
Yeah, I was just thinking of one today because I met him before Gwar had even started, and we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and we were very much in love, and we lived together, and we were both in college and art school together. And one time we were at his mother's house in the basement where his old bedroom was, and we were just hanging out, and she was bringing us like barbecue sandwiches, like we were still like two kids, you know, downstairs playing.
Right.
And we were hugging and kissing and stuff, and all of a sudden his shirt caught on fire, you know, and none of us had any lighters around, and he was wearing this flannel shirt, and we both were like, because all of a sudden it just went, and we
I guess
both,
you could say it was a bit of a hot time.
yeah, and we both patted it out. But what it kind of thought to me when that originally happened was like, there's a lot of energy here. There's like a lot of like paranormal or mysterious or charismatic type of volatile energy from this person. And you know, maybe with my combination too with him, but I knew that there was something like, I mean, that's what I felt. Because it was a really unusual thing.
Cool. Now, what do you think of the, I mean, when you were in Gwar in the very beginning of it, did you ever think at that time that this would go on to become what it has become and last as long as it's lasted?
Yes, I did. I thought that when Gwar first started forming, and even though we had different musicians and different main characters and different people, even like me and this other girl named Heather, the Temptress she was called, even then I knew that there was a space in society that said that these type of warriors that could make fun of politics, that could make fun of society in a humorous way, there was room for it. That's what I thought. I thought there was room for it, and it would fill a niche. And it didn't work out with me, but I thought that there was a niche available.
Well, it's kind of like the jester in the king's court. I mean, it would be if you talked against the king back in the day that you could be killed, but the court jester could say what people thought and what they wanted to say and make political statements without fear of retribution. And Gwar kind of was like the court jester.
Right.
In a way like that.
Yeah, like a puppet. Like, you know, you could say puppets can say things that other people can't, you know, because you're hiding behind a mask. But to me, it was more than that. It was more that you're making fun of the divine comedy of humanity, like you would make other people recognize that even in America, like there's certain cultural hindrances that make people not be able to see the whole picture because we're taught this is your culture, this is what you need to buy, you're an American, you're doing this. And we did, in the early days, make fun of being American a lot.
Right.
You know, just being an American. Like there was a song called Americanized, and I know they did it on Hello. And I used to sing that song.
And now today we all attended the memorial at Hadad Lake, and they sent him off in a Viking funeral. What do you think? I think it couldn't have been a more appropriate way to do that.
Yeah, and that's why that memory of the shirt with the fire came back to me, because it was fire, and fire is you know, purification, and it's air, and it's earth, and a lot of different elements, and so that's why I actually had that flashback memory, and I thought it was very appropriate, you know.
And let's see. All right. Well, I guess this last thing's not a question, but I want to thank you for taking time with us, and thank you for what you've done with Gwar in the past. And it was wonderful to sit down and talk to you and get your story.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. And you guys check out ColetteMiller.com. Check out the project that she's doing.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for being
Thank
with
you.
us today.
Yes.